Stack Exchange, series of technology Q&A websites, most infamously Stack Overflow. Well, they're less Q&A websites and more just professional bullying disguised as Q&A websites. Stack Overflow has a reputation for having an incredibly toxic community where people will respond to your questions and just nitpick the way you asked it. But we're not going to be looking at those today. Instead, we're going to be looking at really stupid questions. I don't think I have any lined up from actual Stack Overflow because a lot of those stupid questions, they're just like really complicated and I don't really fully understand most of them. So instead we're going to start with Super User, which is like Stack Overflow, but instead of being about programming, it's about general operating systems. How do I turn off narrator? I sort of button mash my computer and now there's a voice telling me what I'm doing and giving me definitions of things the mouse goes near or touches. The sound button on the keyboard is taking me where the keyboard is, and I also heard him mention keyboard focus. Someone tell me how to get rid of it. I tried Shift Escape, but it didn't work. This is driving me crazy. So on Stack Overflow, you have the actual response here, and then you have these comments. Comments like, why are you typing like that? Or, please buy a new keyboard. You can see here, another poster has edited this comment. So before, this comment was significantly less readable, and I'm very disappointed that there's no way to view the post history because that would have been hilarious. But you can, if any of you are curious, you can disable it by pressing Control-Shift-Escape and then killing the narrator process. Alright, next one. Deleting some cells in Excel 2013. I have 30,000 contacts in my Excel sheet and some have not included their emails. I'm a beginner at Excel. I would like to know how to delete all the cells without emails as well as the corresponding names in another column without ruining the order of both columns. For example, I want to get rid of John Smith no email. Sorry if I'm not being very clear. First problem, why do you have 30,000 contacts in an Excel sheet? Why do you have 30,000 contacts to begin with? I mean, maybe it's for like a company or something, but you say it's your Excel sheet, and if you're an Excel beginner, then this is your Excel sheet, then you've been maintaining this for a while. That is a lot of context to have gone through without having like a lot of knowledge with Excel. Anyways, why does the lithium-ion computer batteries makes horrible smells after being stabbed and got intact with oxygen? Before reading this, you can probably understand why this is bad. This person's lucky that they're not dead. I don't even think I have to read this one. Like, pretty sure the top comment, the top response shows why you shouldn't do that. They will explode and they will catch on fire. Do not stab a lithium-ion battery. All right, next site we're gonna go to is the Gaming Stack Exchange, also known as Arcade. Do PSP have a PC on it? I need a PC to play Sims 4, and the one I want is $349. Someone told me that my PSP has a PC. Is that true? This game is really cool, and it would take me months to save up, and I want to make sure before I start. I think this first comment sums it up pretty perfectly. No, it does not. How do I get the princess? This is for the original Super Mario Bros. I'm playing the old Super Mario Bros. For the NES for the first time, and I keep getting to the castle with Bowser. However, every time I beat him, I don't get the princess and instead just get Toad, and then get sent out again. I've tried a bunch of things, killing Bowser by spitting fireballs until he falls off, grabbing the hammer to break the bridge, but nothing seems to work. How do I get the princess? Defeat Bowser on World 8-4. That perfectly sums up what's stupid about this question. Alright, next one we're going to, the Chess Stack Exchange. What is the best way to beat a French? I have a tournament game tomorrow, and while I'm against a Perk/French guy, what is the easiest way, learnable in 10 minutes or so, to play against it? In addition to the Perk question, I play a Tarkish usually, but I'm looking for something more active. Now, the main problem with this question is that it's not clear that this user is talking about a French defense, not French a person. But the second problem is that he's trying to learn it in 10 minutes, and a French defense is, I think, pretty complicated. So this top comment sums it up perfectly. I'd say, with a fixed bayonet and a blood-curdling battle cry. Anyways, use step-by-step on a French defense. Pretty neat. Alright, next we're going to Stack Exchange for board and card games. What to do when a player doesn't want to sell. A friend of mine has at least one property of each color and has 2 color groups. Right now the game is not fun because she doesn't want to sell anything. Is there a way I can force or convince her to sell the property? Not selling properties isn't against Monopoly rules. That's how you win at Monopoly. I mean, you could make a house rule that says you're forced to sell after a certain length of time or something, but like, the game is called Monopoly. The goal is to get a Monopoly. I like the top comment here. Twist her arm until she screams. This seems to have nothing to do with the rules. Great comment. How can I immerse a light bulb in water? Like the lithium-ion battery stabbing one, I shouldn't have to explain why this is a bad idea. Once again, you will die. Thankfully, this person wasn't dumb enough to actually do it before asking the question, but you will very much die if you do something like in this picture. Does having a metal safe increase the chances of burglary at home? Not unless the burglar knows about the metal safe. Like, if they can see it, then your house is probably made entirely of glass, or you have it near a window, which isn't very burglary safe to begin with. I feel like this top comment also sums it up pretty well. It's probably good not to lock your doors either. If they see a locked door, they'll cause a lot of destruction getting in. Likewise, with a home security system, they'll know you have something valuable on the premises. Alright, next we're going to the Apple users Stack Exchange. Can I get a new SIM card for an iPhone I found? I found an iPhone lying on my table. I called every person I know that was in my house to check if it was theirs. No one said it was theirs. I waited a month later, keeping the iPhone in my drawer. I come back to it and, since nobody's claimed it, I guess it's mine now. No, it is not. That is very much theft if you keep the phone. It is possible to put a new SIM card in it, like this comment says up here, that you need to contact the carrier and try to reactivate it. Just because you asked a couple people and then waited a month with the phone and no one claimed it, that very much does not mean it's yours, and you can very much get charged with that. From automotive maintenance. How can I change the sound of my tires? Earlier this evening, I locked up my car's brakes, reacting to a wrong-way bicyclist. My tires generated a respectable cloud of smoke, but to my disappointment, the sound they produced was a dull scraping noise. I'd like something more dramatic, more of a howl or a screech. I'm driving a 2004 Honda Civic. The tires have about half their tread life left. I was braking from 30 miles an hour on dry asphalt. Well, multiple problems. One, your tires have half their tread left, so they're a little bit bald, and the balder the tire, the less in the screech. Secondly, you were going 30 miles an hour. That's like nothing. You're probably not going to get any screech off that. And third, why do you care? You're not hard braking this much. Unless you're bad at driving. One of these comments sums it up perfectly. Watch less silly movies. Alright, I got one more today, and it's from the English language Stack Exchange. Better alternatives for the word urine. I'm writing a religious article that's related to urine. Since it would be on a religious website, I don't want to use the word urine to be in its heading. Please suggest a good word. Urine is probably the best synonym for this case. Use a different title. That's probably the best advice. This response is funny because all the ones they suggest are probably worse than urine. Excretion, liquid body waste, pee, piddle, tinkle, waste, water, wee, and wee-wee. Use wee-wee in an article on a church website. That'll be really funny. So yeah, that's all the really dumb posts I could find on Stack Exchange sites. Thought I'd try something else out. If you liked the video, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.